The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
This story took place actually in the city of Beitar. And in the city of Beitar there was a particular bacher who had lost his mother when he was a young boy. And he grew up, raised and nurtured by a very wonderful father. But for some reason, and this is really not explained, it's inexplicable, there's no way to explain this, when it came to shidduchim, he wasn't being read regular girls. He was a yassim, he was an orphan, people wanted to marry a boy who had both parents, maybe he had a difficult childhood, and the shidduchim that were coming in just weren't matim. He went out with a few girls and it just wasn't happening. His father was sad for his son. He wanted his son to get married. And one day a SHADCHAN from Beitar comes over to the father and he says to him, I have a beautiful shidduch for your son. The girl's a little bit older, but so is your son, and I think it's mamish perfect. Look into the girl. And the father goes, he does his birurim, he looks in, he does halach yelech, he trisha v'chakira, and he finds out that this girl is mamish a balas maila. She's a wonderful girl, but more than that, she's so perfect for his son. So he calls the shadchan back and he says, yes, this is it. Go back to her parents and make sure they're on board. Tell them you have a yes from our side, hopefully we'll get a yes from their side. So the shadchan goes back, he doesn't really know the girl, he'd heard about the girl, he calls the father, he shares the milas of this bacher, yes, he doesn't have a mother, but he's wonderful, etc., etc. Get back to me. The father says, okay, I'll look into it. But a few days pass, and the shadchan calls, and there's no answer. 2 weeks pass. Nothing. Figured, you know what, they're not interested. That's usually how things are. When someone doesn't get back to you, they're not interested. The shadchan had to travel from Beitar to Yerushalayim that particular day. So he went to the bus stop where you can pick up the buses from Beitar to Yerushalayim. And a bus pulls up, and he waves, open the door, I want to go on. And the driver looks at him, and drives off. He was a little bent out of shape, chutzpah, but he sits there. What's he supposed to do? He waits, the next bus is 20 minutes later. And he gets on that bus. He gets on the bus, the entire bus is full, besides one seat. There's a gentleman sitting, and there's an open seat next to him. He says, if Shali Kanez, can I go in there? And he sits down there. Halfway through the ride from Beitar to Yerushalayim, the guy takes out his phone ring, and he's handling something shidduchim-wise, and he says, yeah, this bacher, he's a yasim, was read to us, and didn't get back to the shadchan, it's probably not going to happen. Excuse me, the shadchan hears this, his ears perk up, and he's like, what? I'm sitting next to the father of the girl, and the shidduch I thought was dead. Let me use this opportunity. He turns to the fellow and says, Slicha, my name is Reb Gershon. We've been in shidduchim about your daughter and for this wonderful bacher. He says, it doesn't do so much. He goes, I'm telling you, look into it. It is the most incredible, amazing shidduch. It's so matim for your son. And he tells him that I missed one bus and this is the only seat, and obviously Hashem put us together. You have to look into it. How can they look into it? And the couple goes out and they get engaged. Now this alone is an incredible act of hashgacha pratis. Mamish me Hashem yatzadavar. Me Hashem isha leish. But the story is not over, because you see at the Vart, the shadchan shows up, the Rosh Hashiva of this bacher shows up, and obviously many other people. The shadchan overhears the Rosh Hashiva saying that he tells a group of people, I have to tell you something unbelievable about this boy. Really? He says, I want you to know something. I'm very close to this chassan. And a little while back, he came to me one day and he was tzebrachan. He was broken. He said, it's going so hard. My friends are married. They have children. So it's bad enough that I lost a mother, and now because of that I have to suffer in shidduchim. He was very broken. And I advised him and I said to him, listen, when a yid has a tzebrach in the hearts, when you're really feeling down, there's only one thing you do. You go to the kaisel and you pour out your heart to the Rabbi Shalom. He says, that's what he did. He came back to me and he shared with me, and then he went to the kaisel and he put it all out there in front of the Rabbi Shalom. He said, Rabbi Shalom, when I was a little young boy, you took away my mother, and I never complained. And I went through elementary school with no mother, and it wasn't easy. When they had different things that mothers had to come to, I never had that mother. I did a bar mitzvah without a mother. I went to Mesivta to high school without a mother. I didn't get those food packages. I packed up myself every single time. And now I'm in Yeshiva Gedola, and I never complained to you, Rabbi Shalom. I was makabel. I accepted that this is how you wanted life to be. But now I can't anymore. I'm so tzebrachan. Why? You took away my mother and now you're making it hard for me to build my own home? It's just not right. And he begins to cry, Be'eshtapchus HaNefesh. He pours his heart out. Cries for a while, he says something to Hillel, dries his tears, and he walks away feeling incredibly calm. Just feeling serene. And he comes back to Yeshiva, he goes to Yeshiva, goes, I davened, I put it all out there, I begged and I pleaded, but I'm telling you, I'm feeling okay. I feel like Hashem could do anything. And amidst Hashem, He will. The shadchan goes, listen, that's like crazy. On a limb, he turns to the bacher, the chassan, and he goes to the chassan and he says, I heard from the Yeshiva the story about going to the kaisel. He goes, is it true? He goes, yeah, it's true. When did you go to the kaisel? He tells him when he went. What day? What time did you go to the kaisel? And the SHADCHAN realizes that as he was having this conversation with the girl's father about trying to reignite the shidduch, as he came on that bus that only had one seat, this chassan was standing at the kaisel and begging and pleading. And he walked away feeling b'shalvas hanefesh, tranquil, at peace with himself, because you see, the Rabbi Shalom had already started the Yeshua. The SHADCHAN had spoken to the girl's father, and he had agreed to look into it. The whole concept of shidduchim, 100% from the Rabbi Shalom. Our input is so minimal.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org